Welcome to all of you. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about the matrix relation of DFT and also the matrix relation of IDFT. So we are going to identify the matrix relation of the DFT for a particular sequence length of n is equal to 4. So we are going to have a derivation like representation for that with respect to n is equal to 4. Similarly, we can also have for other cases. So length of the sequence is already given, that is the fixed representation we are going to take. N is equal to 4. Therefore, the length of the given sequence is equal to 4. Therefore, the value of k will take 0, 1, 2 and 3. Let us start with the expression of the DFT. X of k is equal to summation n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n omega n nk for all the values of k running from 0 to n minus 1. Here you have to remember there is no input with respect to x of n. So we are not calculating any answers for this. So we are not going to have any input values for x of n. We are just making use of the sequence length and the values of k and expansion with respect to the summation of length n is equal to 4 we are going to make. Now let us continue with the expansion of the DFT. At k is equal to 0, we are going to get x of k is equal to summation n is equal to 0 to 3 x of n omega 4 n into k we are going to have. K in this particular expansion will remain equal to 0. With respect to that, we are going to expand this summation. We are going to get this realization x of 0 omega 4 power 0 into 0 n value is 0 k value is 0 x of 1 omega 4 1 into 0 n value is 1 k value is 0 x of 2 omega 4 2 into 0 n value is 2 k value is 0 x of 3 omega 4 3 into 0 n value is 3 and k value is equal to 0. Now these power values are multiplied to each other. This is the dot product multiplied and its product will be kept and the simplified expression is written over here. X of 0 omega 4 power 0 x of 1 omega 4 power 0 x of 2 omega 4 power 0 plus x of 3 omega 4 power 0 we are going to have. As I told you before, we don't have any values to substitute for x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3. We are not calculating any answers with respect to some inputs. We are trying to find out a relation. So let us keep this expression as equation 1. In continuation, at k is equal to 1, we are going to have this expression, the expansion we are going to have, and after the simplification of these powers we are going to have this one, that is x of 1 is equal to x of 0 omega 4 power 0 x of 1 omega 4 power 1 x of 2 omega 4 power 2 x of 3 omega 4 power 3. Let us call this as expression 2. In continuation, for k is equal to 2 we are going to calculate. For that we are going to get this expression after simplification, after partial simplification. X of 2 is equal to x of 0 omega 4 power 0 plus x of 1 omega 4 power 2 plus x of 2 omega 4 power 4 plus x of 3 omega 4 power 6. As we discussed in the previous lecture, we must convert the out of the sequence range to within the range, that is omega 4 power 4 is beyond the range, we must bring it back into the range. In such cases, omega 4 power 4 will become equal to omega 4 power 0. Similarly, omega 4 power 6 will become omega 4 power 2. And this omega 4 power 2 will be retained as it is omega 4 power 0 will be retained as it is. There will be no change with respect to these two values. Call this as equation 3. Continue with k is equal to 3. We are going to have this as expansion. After multiplying this twiddle factor power values, we are going to get x of 3 is equal to x of 0 omega 4 power 0 plus x of 1 omega 4 power 3 plus x of 2 omega 4 power 6 plus x of 3 omega 4 power 9. So 6 and 9 are outside the range, therefore we must bring it back into within the range of 0 to 3. Then this omega 4 power 9 will become omega 4 power 1. Omega 4 power 6 will become omega 4 power 2, and this omega 4 power 3 will remain as it is. Omega 4 power 0 is remained as it is. So more details about this conversion, how we got from omega 4 power 9 to omega 4 power 1, you can just refer to my previous lecture. Now we are going to have the equations. Equation 1 to 4 we are going to have. So in these equations, what we can observe is, on the right hand side, the x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3, they are all having common representations in the common positions. So you can just observe this column. So x of 0, its position is not being altered in any of the four expressions. Like that, x of 1 same, x of 2 same, x of 3 we are having the same. What has changed is the twiddle factor, that you can observe over here. See, omega 4 power 0, this first column remaining as it is, omega 4 power 0 in all the cases. With respect to the second column, omega 4 power 0, omega 4 power 1, omega 4 power 2, omega 4 power 3. It has got changed. Similarly, in the third one, omega 4 power 0, omega 4 power 2, omega 4 power 0, omega 4 power 2. Similarly, we can refer over here also. Now, we are converting these four expressions into a 4 cross 4 matrix. So on the left hand side, we are having this x of 0 to x of 3. We are going to retain that as a column matrix. Then among these four expressions which are having the same value at the same positions in each of the expression, we are again going to keep that as a column matrix. Which is being varied in each of the expressions, that one we are going to keep that as a 4 cross 4 matrix. So try to understand once again, this x of 0 common, common, common and common values. So x of 0 to x of 3 we are going to keep it as a column matrix on the right hand side. What is being varied? Twiddle factor values are being varied in each of these columns. So we are going to create a 4 cross 4 representation of this twiddle factor. Now the representation looks like this. On the left hand side, x of 0 to x of 3, whatever present over there, we retain that as a column matrix. The first row, all twiddle factors are kept as first row in the matrix. Second row twiddle factor values are kept as second row of the matrix. Third row as a third row of the twiddle factor. So fourth row of the twiddle factor here is kept as fourth row in the matrix. And as I told you, common thing among this right hand side is going to be the input values x of 0, x of 1, x of 2 and x of 3. That will be the column matrix we are going to have here. What you can observe over here is, if you multiply with respect to matrix multiplication, we are going to get back each of these expressions. So you can have a try with this first row and this column. The first value is going to be omega n power 0 multiplied with x of 0. That's what the first value we are going to get here. Continuation omega n power 0 x of 1 we are going to have. That's the next value. Omega n power 0 x of 2, that's the next value. Omega n power 0 x of 3, that's the last value we are going to have. So similarly, if you make a continuation, first row multiplied with this column matrix, we are going to get the equation 1. Then continuation second row with the column matrix, we are going to get equation 2. Third row with the column matrix, we are going to get the equation 3. Fourth row with the column matrix, we are going to get the expression 4. In overall realization, either you represent this in the matrix format or in the equation format, we must not deviate from its meaning. So still we are sticking to only the DFT expression, but its final realization we are just making a modification so that we can represent that in a matrix format. So again remember, we are not deviating from the basic meaning of the DFT. So DFT formula only we are starting with. Out of the DFT formula, after expansion we are going to get these 4 expressions. So those 4 expressions, instead of representing like this, we are just going with the matrix kind of realization, and again from the matrix we can get back these 4 expressions once again. So in continuation, we can just further make the simplification of the matrix. So this is what the matrix realization we obtained. Matrix realization. Each of these twiddle factor values, we know its equivalent value. So that is what is we have done in the previous lectures. So the same I have represented over here. So now omega 4 power 0 is equal to 1. So where all omega 4 power 0 is there, substitute that by the value 1. The first column, first row will always have the value 1. So omega 4 power 1 is equal to minus j. Where all omega 4 power 1 is there, replace that with minus j. So that has been done over here. So similarly, which are all the values appear here, which are all the values appearing here, twiddle factor values, substitute with equivalent real values and the complex values. So then this matrix will be completely replaced by its equivalent real values and the complex values. This is what we are going to get, and this x of 0 to x of 3 will remain as it is. One thing you have to remember here, we are calculating this matrix relation only for sequence length, that is capital letter N is equal to 4. That means if you need to calculate a 4-point DFT of a given sequence in the sense these values I am talking about, if these values only for 4-point DFT you need to calculate, then either you can make use of the formula method or you can just move on to this matrix realization, applicable only for sequence length n is equal to 4. If the sequence length is given as 3, 5, 8, 6, then this matrix method is not applicable, or this particular what matrix we have derived for n is equal to 4, we cannot use it for those cases. So if a 3-point DFT is being given, then you need to derive the 3-point DFT related matrix and then you have to make the substitution. Why we always say for n is equal to 4, not for any other cases matrix relation? At this particular case, the matrix contains simplified values, either 1 or minus 1 or j or minus j. So these are quite simplified representation to make, as well as to perform the matrix multiplication quite easier. So that's why we prefer for n is equal to 4 this matrix realization, and in most of the cases for any other values of n, we always stick on to the regular formula method of solution. So in the similar way how we have derived for DFT, same is applicable for IDFT also. So I am not going to provide the complete details with respect to the IDFT. So how or what procedure we followed in the DFT, same procedure we can follow here also, and we are going to get this IDFT matrix. So in the IDFT matrix, again these twiddle factor values are present. These twiddle factor values we have already derived in the previous lectures, so we can make use of those twiddle factor values, substitute those values, and we are going to get this simplified matrix, and making use of this matrix we can calculate the IDFT. Again remember, this IDFT matrix is also applicable only for n is equal to 4. Again, if you want to calculate for n is equal to 3, this matrix is not applicable. You need to recalculate the matrix and then you have to put over here, right? So again remember, so this is the most important thing. Usual mistakes will be done at this instant. If the question is given to calculate a 5-point DFT or the 5-point IDFT, you will simply go put this matrix and try to calculate. No, that's the wrong way. If the sequence length n is equal to 4, then only you have to make use of this type of matrix realization either in the DFT or with respect to the IDFT. Then you have to make the calculations. One thing you have to remember, this twiddle factor realization you need to remember, we may need to make use of this in further problem solutions. Thanks for joining.